Okay, so good morning, everybody. Welcome all the students of second year. Uh, Today, on behalf of the Institution Innovation Cell of Vaageswari College of Engineering, we will be organizing a session on design thinking. Uh, we have a mentor institute from Hyderabad CMR Technical Campus. Luckily, IIC convener of that particular campus, Dr. Sudha Arvind, Madam, will be leading this session. Despite of her busy schedule, she has given time today, and let's utilize this session. The session would be for almost an hour. It would be on design thinking. At the end, if you have any Q&A session, definitely you can interact with the speaker. She is a doctorate and from the EC department of CMR Technical Campus. She has vast experience and also guiding our institute for the past 2 months on how to conduct different activities and benefit the students and institution as well. We are grateful for her guidance for the past 2 months and hoping the same for the next how many years, whatever we have tied up for that. So today, let's utilize this session, dear students. I request all of you to have a book and pen. Whatever you want to make a note of it, you can definitely make a note of it. And the Q&A session would be at the end of the session, not in between. And if you want to ask any question and if you think you will forget the question by the end, you can put it in the chat box to me. Okay, I will read out all the questions at the end and madam will address your questions. So let's start the event. We are delayed by 10 minutes already. So welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time today. You can take over the session. Let me stop sharing my screen now. We are thankful to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your kind introduction. Is my voice audible, sir?
Ma'am?
Hello. Is my voice audible?
Yes, ma'am. It's better now.
Yes, madam. Okay. So very nice, good strength I can see over here, the 75 students. Very great. Sir, I'll be sharing my screen.
Yes, ma'am. Please share. We can't say anything now. I think you are about to share.
Sir, it is showing here one participant can share at a time.
I have stopped sharing, madam. Let me give permissions as well.
Yeah.
Can you share it now, ma'am?
No, sir. Still, it is enabled only.
Otherwise, I'll make you host. You make me co-host, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You are the host now. Just make me co-host, and then you will be able to share the screen. Achha, just to avoid disturbance, dear students, I have disabled unmute option for you. If you really want to ask anything in between, you can just message me. Since this is an online session, there would be some technical glitches because of internet and all. I request all to have little patience and get the benefit of this. Okay. Ma'am, are you able to share the screen?
Yes, sir.
Did you get that option? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Can you also make me co-host, madam? Can you also make me co-host? Yes, the screen is visible, ma'am.
Visible. So I get multiple participants. So as a sharing the screen.
Okay.
Screen is visible, sir.
Yes, madam, it's visible. You can just put it in slideshow mode now.
Yes, yes, yes. Now it is in full display mode.
Yes, madam.
Okay, sir. Right. Okay, I think some students are waiting. It is showing as in
Oh,
waiting room.
can you make me co-host, madam? I will take care of all those things. As of now, you admit whomsoever is in the waiting room. Click on my name, you will get the co-host option, ma'am.
Okay, okay, sir.
There will be more when you in the participants.
Yes, yes.
In the more you will get that make co-host.
No, sir, that option is not there.
Acha, give me a minute, ma'am. I'm just reclaiming the host. Okay. Can you share the screen now?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I'll just make you co-host. Done. You are the co-host, ma'am. You can also share the screen. And all this admitting students, I'll take care, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Is it a full screen now?
No, ma'am, it's not full screen.
It's not full screen. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Your PPT is visible.
Is it full screen now?
I think it is about to low, ma'am. As of now, we can't see as full screen. Maybe. Yes, ma'am. It's full screen now.
Full
Please
screen,
continue.
right?
Yes, yes.
Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am. Close to 100 students have joined. Multiple students have joined from same device now because of they are in the same classroom. We can start.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. A very great good morning to all of you. Today's agenda is the session on design thinking. So I'll be going through the different phases of design thinking, ideation, proof of concept. So empathy, different stages are there. So myself, Dr. Sudha Arvind, is already brief introduction given by Sir Arun Kumar, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity given to address your students related in view of the session on design thinking. And thanks to your
Welcome, ma'am.
management, thanks principal. So let us go ahead with the today's session. Is the slide is moving to the second one, sir? Let me know.
Yes, madam, it's moving.
Yeah, okay, right. So dear students, we are going to cover, I will not take much time. So approximately it is of 1 hour session. So quite interesting. I promise you the session will be quite interesting, and definitely it is going to help you in our upcoming semesters, projects, what you are going to handle mainly. So this is a very basic fundamental concept behind the project decision or the project selection. So that is the mandatory, like in view of academics, as we are going to do the project as a mandatory, the course, right? So mini project, major project, and hobby project also sometimes like this. Okay. So coming to the agenda of today's session, so introduction definitely about this design thinking, the problem solving, and various phases of design thinking, ideation process, and what are the various references you have to refer. Right. So before we go for design thinking, what exactly is design thinking? See, definitely now in nowadays, like always will search for like we want to be like yes, in what way you are different or in what way we are different from others, right? So with what thought we are here or we are going to implement or whatever the task we have taken. Definitely you should be the student outstanding or how we are different from others. So before going for design thinking and what is your contribution towards that, let us know very two basic important concepts, that is creativity and innovation, right? So creativity always will say yes, the creativity, you should come out with the creativity, definitely. So definitely it is a one word. So what that word creativity. So what is the meaning of that? So as is a very basic factor involved in design thinking, right? Something is different. So design thinking, like you have to think in some creative manner, creative manners with different thoughts, different ideas, what imagination you are going to have. So the concepts, what you're going to have, different concepts. Definitely leads to ideation, different ideas with the brainstorming process, resulting into creative process, right? So the creative. So coming to innovation, so definitely we will classify creativity, innovation, and invention. So these are very basic, like the factors required for design thinking. So next slide, we are going to discuss about that. So as you are able to see in the image, innovation. So there are various meaning for this innovation. It is exactly what. So next slide will come for the definition of innovation. So as we are able to see in the slide, so it's a process, it's a value, invention, doing, action, implementation, like enabling. So there are so many different meanings for this innovation, something new, something measurable, and it is a product which you can market, right? Something different, the change you can see, innovation, something useful, right? So it is the implemented product. So like this, like you are studying the engineering course, right? It's like what is engineering? So doing engineering, definitely. Design thinking is what? Doing engineering, come out with a different thoughts, different ideas, with a creative process, right? Expressions, imagination concepts, all this. So definitely we are searching the same, the something innovative idea you should come out with. So what is already existing, so how you can present that in something innovative manner, right? Let me know in between, suppose if I, okay, definitely at the end, you are given time for your queries or what discussions. Okay, so but in between, suppose if I go start next slide, any slides or movement is not happening, please let me know. Okay, so now coming to the definition, like exactly and very briefly. So innovation, invention, and creativity. Right. So creativity, as we discussed earlier, so kind of like turning new and imaginative ideas into reality. Right. So you should show, you should express, you should implement in a creative manner. So how different it is, the same process, the same thought, how you are going to express in different manner. Right. So then innovation. So innovation is the process of turning a new concept, okay, into the common for the common marketing for the widespread use. Okay, process of turning a new concept, innovation, right? Next, invention. It is the creation of new idea or concept. So what is already existing, so how we are going to express, how we are going to come out with a different way, right? So invention, it is the creation of new idea or concept, something new you have found out, something new. So that is invention, right? So when you are going to come across the problem, so these are very brief. Definitely the next upcoming slides are related to subjects, electronic subjects you are dealing, you are studying all the subjects related to electronic communication, right? So whatever problem you are going to come across, so definitely all we are going to relate all these steps, different steps of problem solving, definitely to one product. So what we are expecting if you are doing a project, so definitely it should be some outcome, productive outcome we are expecting. So that productive outcome in terms of product, prototype, so which is functioning, in an effective manner and desirable manner and in a feasible manner, right? So you are going to identify the problem. So how? So that is a very basic step. You have to identify the problem first. It's nothing but like in which area you want to do. First, you have to select the domain area. You have to identify the problem. What is the problem? So day-to-day activity will come across so many problems. So what in general, what we are expecting is society related problem you take, you identify. In surrounding your day-to-day activity life, in your surrounding only, you choose one problem. Yes, this is a problem. And you have to decide, yes, definitely this is actually a problem. Problem is really a problem. Okay, severity of the problem is high or low. If it is low, then you won't consider that as a problem. If severity of the problem is high, yes, definitely this is a problem. We should solve this. Okay, so when you think that this is a problem, you have chosen problem, okay, and you want to provide the solution, start searching for the solutions for that. So different way of getting or solving that problem. So brainstorm. The second step is brainstorm solutions. In what way we can solve this problem? N number of solutions. Then out of so many number of solutions, so which solution is feasible? Yes. You will get n number of ideas, right? Dear students, you will get n number of ideas in your mind. But unless and until they are implemented, the idea remains idea only. The solution for that problem remains not actually solution. It will stop up to the idea level. So it should be implemented, right? Whatever idea you are having in your mind, it should be implemented. So that implementation is possible when the feasible solution is there, right? So how it can be done? Whether really this idea will suit, feasibility aspect, desirability aspect, all this we'll discuss further in upcoming slides. This is very simple way of representing problem solving in very frequently used words, very simple words. No technical words you are able to see over here. So out of n number of solutions, the third step what we are going to do is pick a solution. So how we are going to pick a solution? 5 solutions are there. Out of 5 solutions, which solution you are going to pick? Okay, so that and all in order selection of in the selection of a solution also there are n number of factors involved. How we are going to pick the solution? Next, after picking a solution, you are going to implement that solution. Definitely, again there are n number of factors in implementing the solution. Okay, then you are going to review the results. After coming out of the result, you think that according to you, so you will tell that I have come up with a creative outcome as per your perspective. But what about others? What about others' view? That is nothing but review the results. After you getting the results, it will be reviewed by n number of. Okay, so people are going to review your results. What result you got? That is the outcome. What solution? What is the prototype or what the product you have come out with? That is reviewed by customers, reviewed by the users. Okay, so that review comprising of what and all. So that and all will continue in the next upcoming design thinking phases. So this is very simple. The structure, what it has shown, the steps required, the very 5 basic steps required in solving the problem. Any problem it can be. Okay. So in general, this is okay. So then, how it is helpful for your upcoming the semester academics, projects, anything you take. Hobby project you consider, see, you are second year student, please start doing hobby projects. Once you are very much familiar with project aspect, so definitely it will be helpful for you in your doing your upcoming third year mini project and final year major projects. Okay, right. So now coming to actual the session agenda, design thinking. So this is a framework for innovation. Okay, it is a framework for innovation. I know, like, so innovation, something, it is a word very high level. You think that it is at high level, what innovation we can do, right? So we are still in second year. Yes, you can do, provided, right? So you should have strong, like that zeal you should have, first of all. The creative mindset you should have. So definitely you can come out with So as we have seen the difference between the creativity, invention, and innovation. So coming to the objectives of this, as this is a framework for innovation. So and this design thinking nowadays, so it has been included in the curriculum. It has been included as one separate subject also, upcoming several engineering branches, design thinking. Okay, so here mainly about problem solving, how we have seen the several steps. In the same way, we are going to correlate all those 5 steps, okay, in the different phases of design thinking. So here we are going to understand the key concepts and what is the main principle behind design thinking. So at least I think that after this session, at least you will come to know something about design thinking, what is meant by design thinking. Okay. So definitely it is a process. I can say it is a repetitive process, something. Okay. So you can't easily finalize the project. You can't easily solve the problem. Okay. So there are various phases, right? So this design thinking, as the name says, it is applicable to company product oriented. So there are different companies, right? Product oriented, project oriented. So when it comes to product, yes, there is a design thinking. When there is a prototype, yes, behind prototype making, behind product making, yes, there is a design thinking. So now, in order to know about design thinking process, so you should know the various steps, various phases available in design thinking. Okay, so you are going to look into the various phases in terms of some approach, some rules, some theorems like that in a more empathetic manner. So here you are going to come across some different words. Empathy. See, improve personal effectiveness by becoming a more empathetic service provider. So when you are a boss of product maker, right? So you are a service provider. You have come out with something inventive, something innovative. So with the creative process, you have come out. So you are a service provider, empathetic service provider. What is this? More empathetic service provider. So as your results are reviewed, okay, so when you are done with up to prototype level, so definitely you should take your product before releasing into the market. You should take this your product. As you think that it is a very creative one, innovative one, as per your perspective, you should go to the market before releasing. Means you should go to the people. Okay. Then you should get back the review, you should get back the feedback from the people, from the customers, based on which product you are done with. So based on the results, based on the review, definitely some modifications may be required. If you are proceeding towards, yes, my product is very good in all the aspects. You think like that, but it should be accepted by the customers, it should be accepted by the users. N number of requirements are there. So if you come out with a product, if it is not in demand, then nobody will purchase. Nobody will opt. If your product is not feasible, okay, so up to some mark, or if it is not desirable, at that moment it is not desirable, then nobody will look into your product. So then you have to see so many aspects for come on. Definitely this creativity and this process is very much required. So how your product is different from others, whether it is a desirable product or not. So mainly design thinking is a human-centered approach. Human-centered approach with a primary focus on empathy to uncover deep needs and insights of users to build an accurate mindset when considering possible solutions. So you are having a number of solutions in your mind. So you think that this is the desired solution. You will come out with that solution. You'll come out with a product that is a prototype. Okay, before releasing it to the market. It can be anything. It can be a eatable one, any usage one. So any product, if you think that, so you should consider the empathetical values. Means user needs, what they expect actually. So either you can take But once if you release or once you have come out with a product, you should go to the users, or otherwise you should think in the level of users or customers, like how better I can make my product. So with all the possible reviews, like the feedbacks, you should go back and change the phase, like different phases of design thinking are there where you can go for the modification. Which stage you should go and again change and change, keep on till you are going to reach the what? Like needs of customers or the users. So here, as various phases are there, what we can say is this design thinking process is a repetitive process or iterative process. So design thinking is a non-linear. At the outcome of the session is what? You should know the definition of design thinking, what are the different phases of design thinking, how it will be helpful for the upcoming semester subjects or projects, whatever it is. When you're going to become an entrepreneur, when you're going to start a startup. So definitely these are very much required. Okay, so this is a non-linear iterative process. So different phases are there. You're not going to always move from first stage to last stage and over. No, in between again, you have to change so many things in between phases, steps. So it is a non-linear iterative process again and again, unless and until you are going to meet the needs of users, your friends or the customers, what you are going to say. So that means you to understand users, challenge assumptions, redefine problems. See, sometimes what happens, the problem what you have identified, what problem you have defined may not be feasible problem. See, you have identified a problem which is not actually that much. Okay, if it is not solved, it is not going to be a major factor. Okay, so in that case, really, suppose if you're going to take the example of COVID corona oximeter, yes, at that moment it was very much needful oximeter. Based on you have identified, yes, severity of the problem is very high. Problem severity is very high and oximeter is very much needed, right? And oximeter, what you are going to purchase, n number of oximeters are there, but which oximeter you are going to purchase in the market released, what it is going to give the readings, everything you will see and you will purchase that oximeter. Yes, demand is there for that. Yes, this is a desirable product. Yes, it is a feasible one. Yes, like that. So many factors are there. So here the design thinking process, it is going to comprise of so many innovative solutions to prototypes, and definitely measurements are going to be done, validations are going to be done. Okay, so this design thinking is going to have 5 phases. So you should remember, so you have attended the session of design thinking. What is design thinking? What are the main phases involved in design thinking? So you have to correlate this phases with your upcoming like challenges, whatever you are going to, or whenever you are going to participate in any of the event, contest, or like hackathon. So many are there. Like definitely you can correlate or apply these concepts. It will be a very good outcome. What I want to say is, I will promise you, like if you're going to consider all these factors, so you're going to come out with a different product, which is not like it is a not same product like what others are doing. You are going to come out with a creative one. Okay, so because you had to consider all these 5 phases. Without that, the product what built is not a product at all. So what are the 5 phases? Empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. Okay, so this 5 phases, each phase is equally important, and as it is said as a non-linear iterative process, one phase to another phase need not be linear, as it is said as non-linear. At one stage, you may go for different ideas. Again, you may like redefine your problem statement. Okay, so you have to go to the users n number of time, that is empathy, empathize. Okay, and testing. You are going to test your product, your prototype. Okay, so these are the various stages of various phases of design thinking. Okay. right? So to the different users, to different people, you are going to visit customers, clients, users, stakeholders, borrowers, lenders. Okay. So what totally as per the definition, it is a human-centered design thinking process is mainly human-centered. Okay. So you are going to come out with a product which has to be okay. So which has to satisfy the needs of people. Then only it will be sold out. Otherwise, no. Okay, so you have come out with a prototype, so which is not at all required in present situation. Not required. Okay, oximeter that time it was very much in need, right? Every household person should have oximeter, but now it is okay. The solution, so now we are come up to the moderate control level. It is okay. So you can check or not. Okay, not that much desirable, but it should be there, but not like that those days like that, whether it is desirable, feasible or not. Okay, so like that human-centered and collaborative approach to problem solving, that is creative, iterative and practical as per Brown definition. What is design thinking? So it is human-centered, so more people, it is people-centered, collaborative approach, so to problem solving, so whatever problem you have identified. Okay, in coming out with creative, in number of ideas we have, out of that which one you are going to select. Iterative means in number of times it is going to be changed. Okay, this is not good as per the review. Okay, this feature is not up to the mark. Okay, if it is, if instead of this, if it is like this, then it would have been better. The customer will give the feedback. Again, you go back. Again, you do that process. Again, you make the changes. Iterative and practical. Okay, should meet the demand. It should be very much practical. It should be feasible. Okay, so here we are going to have different stages like viability. Okay, so feasibility is also there. So as already said, viability. So this is ability to work and survive. So the 5 phases are different, definitely. And these are the viability, desirability. Middle one is desirability, and the last one is feasibility. First of all, when you are going to start with getting ideas for this, when you are going to identify the problem, okay, so you should see the viability of that, ability to work and survive. Okay, so if you are going to take this problem, severity of the problem, if I give a solution for this problem, whether it is going to work out or not, whether with this, if I come out with a product, marketing, it can be done properly or not, whether it will be sold out, viability. Desirability, second one is desirability, ability to generate demand. Your product is most desirable product in the market. By how? The desirability should be there, means the demand for your product should be there. Desirability. Next, feasibility. Yes, you got the idea. You will think that yes, it is going to survive in the market, or it is going to generate in much revenue in the market. But how you can implement this? With this solution, is it possible to implement this? Is it feasible to? Or it is possible with the so-and-so implementation? Any problem in implementing this? Or you don't have a particular software or these many components or the hardware, so that it is not possible, like that. Feasibility aspect. So these three are very much required. Ability to be conveniently done. Okay, so budget factor, everything are there. See, your product is having less, what I can say, marketing rate compared to others, but the features are good. Definitely, everyone will buy your product only. So it depends, no, quality and quantity matters. So quality, obviously, so how efficient it is going to work with the features. So definitely, but the thing is, the marketing skills are how. On an average, you have to see, right? On an average, like how your product is better than others in terms of features as well as budget also, right? So here, as the different phases of design thinking are there, so the empathy will come in the first in the picture. Empathize. Okay, so you should hear from people. You should hear from people. Okay, so what they say, accordingly you should decide, accordingly you should define. Okay, so after hearing from the people, you are going to come out with the product, create what you are going to create with the idea what you got, with solution what you got, then you are going to come out with the prototype. Okay, so that prototype, so it is ready before releasing to the market. You are going to test this, improve, how you can improve further with the review results. Okay, so validation will be done. So there are n number of aspects, So before you release into the market, so validation, results review, these are mandatory, because you will be looking into malls, right? Some product will be before released in the market, it will be kept for sample, for testing purpose also. Like that, for freely they will provide, so that they will be asking for after immediately that some dish, okay, to testing. So for tasting and all, immediately you will give the feedback, or they will ask to write the feedback and all. So based on at different places, they will take the review results, suggestions. Okay, so then so that based on that further how it can be improved, they will go back at different phases of design thinking. Whether the problem is it should be redefined, the idea again you should go for a different idea, or prototype implementation you can go for a different manner to implement that. Okay, so like what improvement can be done, right? So like how this can be done, so you after reaching to people only, you will come out. So you think that alone, yes, as per my view this product is very good, right? But what others say, right? What people say, what people want exactly and need in their lives, what actually they need, some particular product, they want the features to be like this. If it is like this, it will be better, they will say. What they like or dislike in that particular product, what they have not liked, what they have not liked, okay, and which feature they have like that. The way particular products are made, so how they're packaged and they're marketed, they sold and supported like this. Okay. So here mainly as design thinking, already we have seen viability, desirability, feasibility. So now these are the words what you have used very in general. Viability. So I told the marketing strategy you should have. So viable, that is whether it is going to do the business, means you have identified the problem, you have come out with the product, that product will work out or not in the market, whether it is going to do the business or not. Business, that is viability. Desirability, so whether people will buy my product, whether this product is desirable one or not, definitely it is based on people. Next, technology feasibility, yes, whether it can be implementable. You will come out with idea, so you will go to your faculty, your guide, your mentor, you will go and ask, oh, sir, madam, I got one idea in my mind, so can we do that? So definitely, so you should do a rigorous process, like you should apply like survey you have to do. So many things are there in order to come out with the product or the prototype. Okay, so which technology I should use, the latest technology. So what hardware I can use, whether it is possible with so and so, which software I have to use. Everything you should look into. Yes, I can do this. What technology I can use with this. Any problems I will face after while during implementation. So all this, so technology, definitely here in feasibility aspect, technology is going to play a major role, right? So you are an electronics and communication engineering student, so you're having different domains, right? Like now you're a second year student, so may not be. So when you are going to study the higher semester subject, you will come to know communication, image processing, embedded system, VLSI, like this, the various branches accordingly, various domain, the projects, and if it is a application oriented, you'll come out with the product. Okay, so this is going to integrate all these three. Okay, so whether it is viability concept, desirability concept and feasibility concept. So one more way of representing this design thinking. First, you have to define, right? What is that problem statement is? You have to come out with problem. You have to identify problem. You daily you will come to your college by your own transportation. Some of them they will use their own college bus, right? College transportation. So there are two ways of coming to college: own transportation, college transportation, right? So you may come across some kind of you may identify one problem like traffic signal. So more depends on heavy traffic. An example, if we take, so it should allow for the more time. Okay, so less traffic, less duration. That it can be done, but it is a centralized one, so it should sense the traffic, how many vehicles are there. Then is a huge process it is. And you have to identify, okay, you have identified the problem. Okay, this is the case. So you will be facing that problem. Okay, less traffic, but still more traffic. So the same time 1 minute is given. Less traffic, same 1 minute is given. So like the sensors should be kept like, yes, based on the traffic density, the traffic should be allowed like that. So different number of like transportation problem I told, because morning heavy traffic will be there, no, morning hours, peak hours, evening hours traffic, and one way traffic will be more compared to the other lane, no traffic will be there. So in that way, what we can do? So what can we move the traffic little bit right side, like, okay, so road dividers can be moved, all those like different ideas you will get. Na? So what can be done to solve this traffic problem? Day to day, this is daily the activities you will come across, morning and evening, traffic problem. This one is a big problem, right? Traffic is a big problem. How it can be solved? Any idea you will get like that? Some very initially, like you can come out with a prototype, then definitely it's a very good idea. It can go up to the central level implementation, definitely. It can be any problem, just one problem I have said, everyone is coming across it. Okay, so that problem, definitely you should go in deep and you should do the research. Research means, I think this is a problem. Whether solutions are available already to this problem and they are implemented already, which I don't know, right? Which I don't know. Yes or no? Already some ideas, what I am thinking, that ideas may be existing, right? How you will come to know that? You may be thinking that my idea is new one, is very new, nobody knows. Like how you will think, na? Earlier already it would have been implemented, that idea. So how you'll come to know? You should do research. Research means related to your topic, your idea, your problem, what you have defined. You should go and search any solution is available for this problem. You will come to know. You have to Google, you have to refer so many other papers and all. You will come to know, yes, solution is available or not. Kind of research you have to do. Then you have to come out with idea. So how I can solve this problem? Okay, idea, ideation, n number of ideas you will get. Out of those n number of ideas, you have to choose one idea, whether it is feasible or not. Technology, this technology if I use, it is possible to implement. Okay, and the technology is, whether it can be implemented or not with the technology, and you're going to learn so many things from that. Then yes, if you think that yes, I can do, so for implementation, come out with prototype, then analyze with the results, review prototype. After developing the prototype, you have to analyze, you have to see that how we are going to get the reviews, or as per your perception, yes, fine, it is exactly fine, a prototype, the product, it may go for, it can further go for startup also. Okay, so when prototype, so immediately will not go for startup. So definitely it should go to the prototype stage. Before going to product stage, it has to be analyzed. Okay, it has to be reviewed, right? So already it is defined empathy. Why? So what is meant by empathy exactly? So whenever you come across or recall what is design thinking process, So definitely you should recall empathy is going to play a major role in design thinking process. Okay. So when you feel that what other person is feeling, and if you should think that leaving your mindset, what in normal, in general, how the people will think. So definitely you can't do that, but you should go to people and you should ask them like about the review, how, which one it is better, this is or that, or which one is, which can be better, it is improved. Okay, so their opinion should be considered and definitely their hopes, their expectations. Okay, and why? Okay, so why means definitely, so design solutions, whatever you are going to get, different people will be having different ideas or the mindset or their, because here viability, business is going to play a major role. Na? Your product should be sold, right? Otherwise, no one will buy your product. So viability is going to play a major role, right? So empathy is going to play a major role, right? So you are going to define a problem before you are going to go to the people. Okay. So you are going to reframe the problem based on the user needs and insights, inputs, right? So this is the thing. Okay, so these are actually modes, different modes of design thinking. Empathy, define. Okay, empathy is the first stage, define is the second stage. Next, ideate, third stage. Then prototype is the fourth stage. So ideate. So like how you will come out with a different solutions. So you are able to see over here the healthcare that is better healthcare in the image. What you are able to see, how it is going to be improved the earlier compared to the earlier one, right? So design thinking for better healthcare derived from experience from hotel and airline industry. So how it can be improved. Definitely go to the customers, take the review and how it can be based on customer requirement, like how he or she want to be the so and so, the facility should be like this, their expectations will be there. Na? So all these are considered. Okay, then you come out with the prototype, is creating a concrete embodiment of a concept, which becomes a way to test your hypothesis to get closer to your final solution. Prototype is not a final solution. Prototype, it is not a final solution. You are closer to your final solution. Why? Because this prototype again, you should go for results review. Okay, that is not the final one. Next, before you go for the final, the product, what is there in between the prototype and product? Okay, in between one stage is there, between prototype and product, that is testing stage. Okay, so whatever the concept you have developed, so you have to test. Okay, test your concept with users using your prototype. Why we have to do? In order to understand how users or others are thinking, what they think. Okay, I am using the concept. So continuing to gain empathy for your users and evaluate your solution. What solution you have developed, that should be evaluated continuously. Okay, so like generation to generation, now we are almost 6G phone has come. 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, 6G, right? Why these so many generations? G stands for generation, first generation, second generation with respect to mobile phone. Okay, now everyone is having smartphone. So that's why you're able to listen to my session. Yes or no? Right? So how these are obviously based on customers' expectations, what they're expecting, speed, need for speed. So like that, based on each application, each feature, customers are expecting. So you have to understand the customer's need. Okay, their need you have to understand, and accordingly you should design your device. Design thinking, design your device. Otherwise, that's it. Okay, so iPhone now how it is, the latest versions are coming, and obviously like the features what it is going to have. Okay, so everyone is looking into that. Then accordingly the products are designed. Okay, so all this, whenever the product is released into the market, definitely these 5 phases are involved in that. Any product you take. These five phases are definitely involved in that. Okay, understanding, observing, defining, ideating, prototyping, testing. Okay, understanding, observing, like these are like problem. After identifying the problem, then you should go to the customers, take the review from them and proceed. What happens now? Okay, you will, according to your mindset, according to your thought process, you will come out with the product. Definitely it will become an iterative process. You will release the product. After releasing, if you think that no, anyhow, I have released the product, I have done this product, I have implemented this product with my mindset, yes, I'm not going to change this. Okay, the features of this I'm not going to change, let it be, then nobody will. So maybe up to some extent that will be sold out after, but later it will not be the same continuous process. Okay, so nobody will stop, everyone will stop buying that. Then if you think that whatever feature, whatever the the way you have built that, it is perfectly all right. Changes, okay. So need for speed or any whatever it is, any feature that may be different. It varies from person to person. Okay. So as it is a non-linear process, design thinking is a non-linear process, and it is comprising of these five phases, right? Empathy, defining the problem, ideating, getting the idea in number of solution and idea same, then come out with the prototype with that idea, then you test that prototype. You are able to see over here so many changes are happening. Like it is not a linear process, right? Linear process means start from empathy and end with a test. There are so many changes you are able to see. Testing to empathy, you go for. Learn about users through testing. Again, test to ideate. Okay, creating new ideas for the project. You make it again you go for ideation process. Again, you change in the idea, like what you already got, some changes. So again, might be a test to defining. So no, this problem, what you are defined is something changes has to be done in this problem definition. Again, you'll go back. Then you change the problem definition. If problem definition is changed, again you should go for a different idea process. Again, according to the idea process, implementation has to be done accordingly. What I should need for this, which software I should need for this, what hardware components I need for this, everything will change. So unless and until up to some extent, your product should be like sustainable in the market. Okay, that is the thing. And this is a Stanford D-School design thinking process definition. It is one and the same. Again, it is elaborated in different steps: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and testing. And in each phase, how exactly you are going to do the various operations, various functionalities of this phase, each phase. Okay. In empathize, what you are going to do exactly, like interview, you are going to interview the users. Yes, what do you think that this product will work out, or what you are liked in this product? If we come out with the problem statement, you will explain the problem statement to the user. Do you think that this is a problem, or how it can be solved? Also, you can ask how it can be solved, or like in this way, if it is like they may give some suggestions, like yes, this can be done like this. So like that, from starting stage to ending stage, continuous review will be there definitely. Okay, so these are the various phases. Now again, according to one more, this one double diamond approach it is. Okay, the design thinking process in double diamond approach way. This slide and next slide, these are called as a double diamond approach. Looks like two diamonds. So how this empathy, defining, testing, prototype stage, and ideation process, they are related. So you can see the direction of this process. Okay, so empathy, like how you are going to look into the users view of like the mindset, their mindset. You are going to understand them. You are going to redefine the problem. You are going to research. Okay, so then you are going to define. Again, after defining the problem statement, you are come out with the idea. Then you are going to prepare a prototype. You are going to test. Okay, so it's a kind of loop it has shown. Okay, so this is a double diamond approach. So here it is going to be double diamond approach. It has shown in the challenges, means to tackle the challenges in 4 phases. In 4 phases. So that is in order to discover or to research what problem you have identified is really a problem or not. After researching, after discovering, you will come to know, okay, this is a problem. I should develop the solution for this. I should develop idea for this. Okay, then you have to define the problem statement, strong statement. Yes, this is the problem statement. Okay, then next I should develop this. I should develop solution for this. Okay, so here this process, double diamond process related to design thinking, it is going to mark the divergent and convergent stages of a design. So here it is mentioned diverging and converging stages. Problem, definitely it is a diverging process, diverging stage. And when you are going to focus upon the solution, it is a converging one. And n number of potential solutions, if you are going to consider, then it is a diverging stage. So you can see over here the double diamond approach. There is a research part and designing part. So definitely after designing, you come out with a solution. And what is there in between research and design? When you do rigorously research, you will come out with the problem definition. You will look into so many things. Yes, what has been done related to this earlier work, that is called as a history, right? So related to this problem, any other work has been done or not? Yes or no? To discover, explore, then you come out with the new problem statement is related to that. What you identified, you give precise definition. You define the problem. So this is called as double diamond approach. Problem definition, then come out with a solution with 2 diamonds. So with first diamond, you are going to come out with the problem definition. Second diamond, you are going to come out with the solution. Okay. So first one, what it says, first diamond, design the right thing. Okay, design the right thing means you are going to look into, you are going to do the survey, you are going to look into the empathical part. Okay, design the right thing, viability, desirability, feasibility. These 3 are going to check. Yes, viable view of point, desirable view of point, feasible view of point. Yes, I am doing the right thing. So I have to do, I'm doing designing, design the right thing. Then design things right. This is the second phase of the second diamond. Okay, so what it is saying, okay, double diamond approach, second diamond approach, whatever you have designed, design things right. Okay, so this is called as double diamond approach. So as part of design thinking ideation process, also it is included. So like, because ideate is one phase of design thinking. But when you're going to ideate, you may be getting different solution ideas. You will get brainstorm. If you do, will come out with different ideas. We can do like this. We can do like this. Okay. If you think that which is more feasible, more desirable. Okay. So you will come out with, you are going to pick up one idea out of so many n number of ideas. Okay. So this is a little bit about ideation process. Each person is going to think that different thoughts will come. Okay. So this ideation concept is in the 3rd step in design thinking. Okay. So this concept, it is an idea. You will tell now, okay, I got an idea. So idea, what it is idea? Idea is a thought or it is a concept. So which is going to propose an action or implementation to achieve the desired outcome. Okay, so whatever the problem is there now, for that problem solution, it is a desired outcome. Okay, this is more about the ideation process. So like different like way how the 3rd phase of design thinking, this ideation process leads to innovation. Okay, So this is more going to be it is going to play a major role in the creativity, innovation, and concept development. Okay. So different ideas will get means definitely with the different exploring possibilities also you have generating new concepts, all this. Okay, I don't think so. These are required for this. You okay, ideas of different ideas, way of like ideation in today's world, like a simple, like how you can the bicycle or how you are able to see a simple idea to complex idea, like what you are able to see in the image. Now vehicles have come now, like what fuel we are going to have instead of that. Okay, so electric car, electric vehicle, electric bike, what you got. Okay, now it is so many are you are able to see the students, especially youngsters. So many of will come to the college in electric bike also, right? So how it is going to survive in the upcoming market. Okay, so then power banks like that should be there instead of petrol pumps. Like so many things are there. That's whether it is going to sustain for a long time, whether the petrol like a vehicle fuel based vehicles are going to be there in the future. But definitely all the aspects should be seen, feasibility, desirability. So everyone who can electric like that also should be seen. Like one car that is nano car. So that has come right along back nano car so that each family can afford for that. Right. So the car and every person cannot buy a car, right? Every family cannot buy a family. So everything should be seen, right? So in view of that, nano car has come into picture. But the thing is that moment at those days, everyone was in need of. But nowadays, nobody, because so many changes are there. The requirements are changed. People needs are changed. Their expectations are raised. So many things are there. So like that, based on the requirements, based on the needs of customers, definitely all the changes according to the users need only the products evolution is taking place. Your phone is now smartphone. Earlier phone, what we have seen is now nobody is having landline at their home. Yes or no? So earlier those days. Okay, so we have seen like when we are like your students. Okay, so then we used to very few students have seen in their engineering degree. Okay, so the landline phone. Right. So like that era, based on the user's requirement, the generation evolution is taking place. Everything is going to be changed. Okay. So ideation, there are different steps. This is not required for you. More into ideation. These are okay. Same thing. It has been explored in a different manner. So understanding, exploring, and materializing. Materializing means again same thing. You are going to come out with the product. You are going to implement. Okay. So empathizing with users, people, customers. You are going to define the problem statement. See here, different the symbols are used for mentioning or indicating that word. Empathizing means people. It is shown. Right. User. It is shown. Defining means how we are going to with that very precisely you have to define the problem statement and ideate like bulb it is used as indication, then prototype, testing, then implementation. Rocket has been shown as a symbol for implementing. Right, everything is ready, then rocket should be launched. Na? Everything is ready. All these 5 steps have been tested or undergone. That rocket has undergone all these 5 steps. Then rocket is ready to launch. Yes or no? So that is nothing but implementation. You release your product into the market. That is nothing but rocket launching. Right. So this is not required for you. Critical thinking, how it is different from design thinking. Okay. So design thinking, as a faculty also, we have attended design thinking workshops, seminars. Actually, this is a session. Just it is a oral session. Practical workshops will also be conducted. How actually what we are discussing, the 5 phases. You identify one problem, then work on that problem. So the problem, as you are able to see, something, the like problem statement has been written. Like the teaching learning process, how it can be enhanced. That is the problem statement. It is very much required, right, in teaching learning process. What are the tools, what you are going to use to teach you, right? Normal chalk and talk method, the PPT, online. So there are so many. So when because of COVID, Corona pandemic situation has come, we made to move to the situations where the learning is not going to stop. Okay, teaching is not going to stop. So it has to be continued. The what are the solutions? So the problem is what, how to improve or how to enhance the teaching and learning process. So what we can go for, you go for ICT based representation tool. So like that, right? So what are the various ICT tools come out with? So like that, this was our problem statement. As a faculty, we have given this problem statement and work on that. So we have worked like this. Okay, so write down and define. You have to define the problem statement. You have to come out with different ideas. So you have written all those aspects. You were able to see in this. Okay. So we have attended, and finally we should come out with a product. What we have done. What was our problem statement? How to enhance teaching learning process. So we have given several solutions. So we have created a laptop mode of this. Okay, so that picturization we have made, and how the classroom should be like, a digital classroom, a board should be there. And the activity, like how the learning can be, we can make the students into different groups. We'll give the task, let them discuss, like different solutions we have given. You are able to see over here. And when we have done the course, design thinking course, we have been certified with this, and we have felicitated with this KICT Innovation Ambassador. This badge has been given, and this workshop has been conducted by central government, AICTE. So we have attended this and successfully finished the workshops. Apart from this, we have conducted several workshops on design thinking in institutes for students. So for our students, we have conducted like this. They have come out with in the classroom particular problem statement. They have to take and they have to work on that. See, like you are able to see, the students have designed a robot, and the combination of a robot with Superman, like how it is, like simply like, so how imagination it will go, like whether it is feasible, the problem statement what you have taken, right? How it works out. So like this, and these are the references. So you can go through like the various, if you want, I will give the YouTube links also to know about the various design thinking phases in terms of sessions. So other sources are also there. Okay. So if you go to MIC portal, you are having already the list of sessions related to design thinking. So MHRD related IITS design thinking session is also there. The thing is something like whenever you are going to come out or when you are going to identify any problem, definitely all this thought process should come to your mind. Okay. So that because you are in second year presently now, second year, definitely something it is going to be like a new, means high expectations will be there when you are going to move to final year. So many things can happen in between your second year and final year. That is one more year, right? So obviously expectations will rise from you. So you will be expected to do something different, something creative, some good projects. Okay. So I'm done with my session. Any queries from your side? So let me know. Welcome.
So dear students, if you have any questions, you can post in the chat box, and so that madam will address.
Hope my session was up to some extent, it was useful. I think so.
It has given a lot of information, to be honest. It will really help to, students to think in this perspective for their many projects, major projects, even if they want to do research, maybe in future. So a very large amount of information was precisely given in very less span of time with a lot of very nice pretty presentation and posters as well. So thank you so much for that. On behalf of all our students, I really thank you. Of course, on behalf of the IIC and Vaageswari, I should also thank our principal and management for giving an opportunity for our students.
Okay, sir. If you are having any queries from student side, so let me know. Otherwise, we can. I know it's a lunch break time. The students will be eagerly looking forward.
So any questions? I'll wait for 1 more minute, dear students. Otherwise, we will conclude the session. And I thank all the second year students for joining in a short notice and spending your time. I know you have missed the class, but this will be a very valuable information apart from your textbook knowledge.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. I
Again.
think people don't have any questions. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.